Perfect.
So, haven't really done too much of the car recently, and I apologise about the lack of videos. Sort of been waiting on stuff, but the bushes for the rear subframe and the rear diff have arrived. I say arrived, they've arrived in the motive, so I need to go and pick them up tomorrow. What we're going to try and attempt to do today is burn the bushes out of the rear subframe. Never managed to get them out when I went down to John, so I bought a cheap like blowtorch, gas burner, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to have a little attempt at doing that. So I'll show you what I've got. Bear with me 1 sec. I bought the cheapest possible one I could try. This was a tenner from like Aldi, so I'm going to give this a go. Comes with five of these. So these should apparently give you like half hour of burning, so hopefully we'll be able to burn some of this out. I might try and sort of see if I can cut some of it out, but we'll see what we can do. So let's have a little see what we can do really.
Warrior.
So we've got quite a bit of it out, as you can see. Probably what I'll do is just get the jigsaw on that and just cut through like the little metal sleeving for it. This one's still got a lot to go. As you can see, this one's pretty much the same as the other ones. Not too much left to burn out of that one, to be honest. And then that one I've not even started yet, but I've got 3 of them done so far pretty much. Just got to get the jigsaw on them and cut the bushes off. So we're pretty much there, and then hopefully sort of fingers crossed we'll get this finished off and get the new bushes in tomorrow, hopefully. Maybe, don't know, we'll see. So it's another following day. Basically I gave up, it was a bit too late, but I did manage to get all the bushes up, so I didn't really give up. So got all 4 bushes out completely. Now as you can see inside, that all of the white is corrosion. Now it's the same for all 4. Now all corroded very heavily, to be fair. You can actually see it's really caked up in this one. Obviously ignore all the black is just from where I was burning them out. But what we're going to do is going to give it a go with the old wire brush and see what we can do. Just keep doing that and try and get as much of this corrosion out as possible. And then what we'll probably do is, I've got the bushes, so what we'll do is before we put them in, I might put like a bit of copper grease in it or something, or see what's best to use, but probably do copper grease, to be honest. So let's crack on with doing this, and I'll be back with you as soon as it's done. So that one's pretty much done, to be fair. I probably should really get like a wire wall or wire wheel attachment for like a drill, but that's good enough. I'd sort of attack this one with a bit of a screwdriver, and you can sort of see how thick that actually is. It's disgusting how bad that is. But we're getting there slowly. This is the longer process doing it manually, but we'll get there slowly but surely. So as always, I kind of forgot to pick up the camera and just started cracking on. Basically, this is all the poly bushes. Basically, with Powerflex, you don't order like a full subframe kit. You order this, like this pack here is just for. Let's have a look. Well, that was smart. Anyway, this one here is for the rear mounts for the subframe. So that's just rear mounts, and then you also have front mounts. So you've got 4 bushes, so you've got 2 for the front, 2 for the rear, and I've already done the diff. So I did them round the wrong way. Basically, the back 2 have got the like the divot at the top, and then this one has the divot at the bottom. What I have realised is I've misplaced one of these, which isn't the end of the world. I can always get another one of them. Basically, these are the same sort of divot as this, so they sit in perfectly like that. And then the back 2 mount up on top of the subframe, and then the front one mounts from underneath the subframe. So that's the rear diff done anyway, which is a good start. I just need to finish up cleaning up all the corrosion on the rear subframe, which is a very long process when you're trying to do this all by hand, by the way. I'd recommend getting a drill attachment because this is just ridiculous. Yeah, definitely get yourself a drill attachment, or like a wire wheel brush. So I should carry on really. So what I've done is I've got all the bushes in. Now you have to actually pay attention to the bushes because on the side of the actual bush itself it says whether it's an upper or a lower. You do need to pay attention to them because they are obviously round sort of the right way for a reason. So I've got all 4 bushes in. I've also put the diff in and bolted it up. I am missing one of these, so I need for the front one, so I need to replace that. Basically what I've done for the minute is just so it holds it in place is I've used the original top sort of bracket, other than used the one that they supply, but obviously I need to change that for the top and then get another one of these for underneath, because the bottom of this one is the same as them. They've got the slight indent, but that's all bolted up, that's all in, ready to go. Just making sure my sort of camber arms fit, which they do. They bolt up perfectly. I am going to take these out and replace them. I'm basically just going to buy all new bolts for the subframe, just because I'd rather do that so it's nice and fresh. Only one I probably won't replace will be this one. The reason I want to replace this is one, because these are crap. They have got some slight markings, like as you can see they're a bit crappy. That's my own fault, that's just me not paying much attention, but I'm going to replace them. I'm going to replace the rear subframe bolts as well, just so I know the whole subframe is pretty much brand new and fresh, and then I can pretty much get it bolted in. Obviously the only thing I have got to do, but I can't do yet until the wiring loom is in, is wire the Haldex in. That's going to be a big video, probably 2 or 3 parts possibly. That's going to be a nightmare because I have no idea what to do, but we'll work that one out as we go. I'll probably try and sort of have a little look on forums and stuff like that and see what or how other people have done it, and just go from there really. But the rear subframe is ready to go in now. Obviously I've got to service all the Haldex and that, but that's no biggie. But we're getting there, slowly but surely. And then I'm going to basically try and, I'll have to have someone come over and help me because this is rather heavy. Although it's an alley subframe, so it is the lighter one of the 2. The rear diff and everything isn't exactly the lightest of things, but yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely. Gonna go and clear the rest of the car up, just so that's all done, just so I've got room around. I need to basically just clear the back of the car around here, just so I've got room. I need to get rid of this subframe. I'm going to use the lower arms from this subframe because they're polybushed already. I have already got new bolts in here because I had to replace them from when I've done the polybushing. I might look into the bushes that go into these, because apparently you can replace them. I have seen them, but I don't know where from, so I need to try and look into that. That's a possibility. You don't necessarily have to, because the ones in there are perfectly fine. And then try and sell this basically if anyone wanted to do like an IRS swap. Obviously I've got to take the brakes, disc and everything off that side still and put it on the new one, but I need to get this moved to the garden, the one in the garden in here, and then we can start lining it up. So we are slowly making progress at the moment. It's very slow. I do apologise about the slight lack of content at the minute, but I'm just sort of waiting on parts and stuff like that. The main problem I've got at the minute is the wiring loom, so that's sort of been my focus. I did buy a wiring loom, turned out to be the wrong one. Just unfortunate, so I'm going to try and see if they will let me return that wiring loom. I found one online. It's in Germany though, that's the only problem, but I can get that shit, that's not a problem. Get that in, swap that over, extend that again, which will be pretty simple because I know what I'm doing with that now. Just want to get the car running basically. If I can get the wiring loom in and all of that, the power lines run, I can then start trying to, if I can get the car to turn over and run, I will leave the wiring for now, and just get everything else in and ready, like the rear diff and the subframe and the fuel tank, get the fuel lines working, and just do a couple of other little bits of wiring. So there's lots to do still, but we are slow with process, so please bear with me. I do apologise, but don't forget to sort of catch up on what we've done so far. If you're sort of new video sort of thing for you, do go and have a little butchers and see what else we've done. But we are slowly getting there, very slowly, but we're getting there. That's the whole point of a home build and sort of doing a big conversion, doing everything at home. It's not just send it to a shop, pay them 10-15 grand and job done. Doing everything on a budget. I am keeping track of all the money I spend, so sort of when I get towards the end of finishing the conversion to the point where it's drivable, I'll obviously post sort of what I've spent doing the conversion as well, because there's no secrets here. It's, if you've got a question, ask me and I'll answer basically. So yeah, sorry about the lack of content, but do keep watching. I've got a few things coming up soon, so we'll have a bit more content. Safe, have fun.